Hello, 1 2 1 2 1 2. I'm just wondering, maybe I will switch for the better mic. We'll see. One, two, 1 2 1 2 1 2. 1 2. Anyway, this is a short live regarding global astrology all over the place, and some of the some of the precognitions, let's say, I had a couple of days and months ago, because I had one about Ireland a couple of days ago, maybe a week, in one of my videos, and I repeated that in the video maybe 2 days ago. That was funny because I just thought to myself, maybe I will just try to do, instead of doing astrology, maybe I'll just try to do some clairvoyance live, and yeah, and I just want to show you the effects. Okay, so 1 second, because it is live. We have the screen. We do have the screen. So one of the viewers wrote me this question under one of my latest videos. Crumbed up 12. Would it be possible for you to clarify what you stated at the 14th minute mark about Ireland? I could not understand. Well, Irish or English is not my first language, so I'm sorry. I did say that in a couple of videos, I think that, but are we having a hurricane outside again? That just started now. Ireland. Anyway, I'm very happy that in a way my prediction realized, because it seems that usually, it's much easier to feel something that is not good, simply, yeah, something where people suffer, because that's a very strong point in space-time. So it would be, we are having a storm outside. 1 second, I have to check the weather to see what's the weather outside. And because here in Ireland we would be getting like weather warnings if there is like serious weather outside, and status yellow wind warning for 2 counties, warnings of plaster. Okay, so we do have some sort of weather warnings, but it just started just like that. It was calm and quiet outside, and well, so simply, if you live in Ireland and if you don't like weather, just wait for 15 minutes and you'll be fine. Anyways, it's quite annoying because we didn't have as much wind as we have right now for a long time. Well, maybe 5 months. Anyway, so the prediction, the feeling that I had, I just thought about Ireland, and the first thing that I've seen was this water bus or water tram. So a large long boat that carries people on short distances, not like a ferry between England and Ireland, for example. No, something much smaller. And I thought about Dublin, and then it struck me that, come on, how there's no like water buses in Dublin and stuff, and I thought that something like not very nice is going to happen, if it happens. But then we don't have water buses in Dublin, yeah. But see, this is what I read today in the morning. Cross-city commuter ferry for Dublin could be used by thousands to and from work. And this is information from the 25th of November. So, well, that's why I'm happy. But then in the same time, regarding other stuff that I see sometimes, well, that's a bit more complicated. This is just a short live with the updates and stuff like that. But after this live, I am going to work on the horoscope of Argentina, if I have enough energy, because this is again 3:30. I think it's 4:30 on this one, but I'm waiting for the time change till spring. I'm not touching this clock. So let me just recap the feelings that I had about different places all over the world. So water bus in Dublin, I'm very happy, because if I'm in Dublin one day, I will probably try to have a go on it. So that's one thing. The other thing is this two groups machete fight in Switzerland, or like a German speaking country, but I was like in Switzerland. I don't know whether it was a dream, because that was at night. Yeah, I don't know whether it was a dream or whether it was like actually precognition, let's say. The other one, I had this fuse being lit in Tehran in Iran and going to the Strait of Hormuz. And I thought that Tehran was much more in the center of Iran, but it was, I don't know geography of Iran pretty well, so I didn't know this one. And the first one that I had when I started this channel, I think it was last year, I did speak about Panama and stuff that is that something difficult for Panama as country is going to happen in Panama sooner or later. And according to astrology, Panama is going to experience some sort of very, very tough and intense pressure next year. And I did a video about that, so you can find the Panama video in one of my videos if you want. And was there one more prediction that I made, like outside from the astrology? I'm just thinking to myself, I had one just before shooting this video. I thought to myself, let's have a look at Israel, for example. And the first thing that I've seen was a missile, but like a large one, like almost like a missile that would be used to go into orbit with a satellite, or like a big load, but a missile stationary in Israel, so like owned by Israel probably, ready to go, more or less. But I would say it was solid state fuel missile, because I didn't see, you see if you have these liquid fuel missiles, they would usually use cryogenic fuel that is very cold, and there would be like lots of steam flowing around, and then apart from that, the rocket would keep venting the gases that are in liquid form in the rocket or a missile. And I didn't see that. So solid state fuel missile or a rocket, I've seen just a bottom of it, like, but it as if it is ready. So that was the only thing that I've seen when I thought Israel. And I'm just thinking to myself, because I'm very proud with this water bus, whenever it's not 1st of April, so maybe we'll get them. But because I'm so proud of myself, I'm just thinking maybe I should do both, like using my skills if I have any, because I did get it for a very long period of time, probably always, but I never recorded that and tried to verify whether I'm right or wrong. Yeah, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe I will shoot sometimes videos like this one where I will do it live, or maybe not live, or maybe I will just record it if I want to do it much more quietly. And I'm just wondering if there is anyone watching this video right now, and there is actually one person. Comments are open. Oh, and oh, I even got a comment. So May I know what's coming ahead in my career, currently jobless? Do you know what? Simrad Zero, write me an email. There should be email on the main page of my YouTube channel, okay? And because I don't have it yet, I'm planning to have Cameo, whatever it's called, but because I'm such a small channel so far on YouTube, but write me write me an email if you find my email with your date of birth and place where you were born, and ideally with a date. And if you don't live in your current place, if you live in a different place, send me send me your new location. So I need to know 2 locations wherever you're living right now. Yeah. Roger one, hello. I have 2 viewers. I never had 2 viewers online in the same time. So yeah, we'll try to have a look at that. It will be like short, but we'll see. But anyway, as I was saying in my astrology videos, we are going to experience, we already do some regions in the world, but in general, like let's say 90% of people are going to feel when does the stock market crash. Watch my video, Roger one, watch my video about the financial astrology. I made it a week or 2 weeks ago, but the big one, I assume, is going to happen next spring. This is what I say according to astrology, and yeah, it might be interesting. And as I said before, the amount of energy that is concentrated right now is enormous, and we didn't have it the last similar one, but not in this place, because I will just turn the horoscope on, so I will be able to explain it again. So, but I have to see the comments in the same time, and my OBS, whether I am online or not. Okay, when does the stock market come on, it's not so easy. Ta-dam. So I will just hide myself here in the corner. And can you hear me well? Like, is the sound all right? If you could write me that would be brilliant. So anyway, we have this massive concentration of energy, and the last one that was similar to this one was in the year 476, I think, and that was time where officially, according to the history books, Western Empire fell. So this is type of a change that I would expect from the near future. But apart from that, we have much more happening in astrology right now. Just a sip of water. Or maybe even better, I will hide the horoscope for a second. I have to find a file with the pictures that I made about August, I think, 2025, but that's fine. I just wanted to show you the setup that is being played in the sky. It is going to be different in the next year, and even though it is going to be different, it is going to be massive anyways. I will hide myself here, and this is what we had in the sky on the 12th of August 2025. And as I marked here in this wheel, we have big trine between Pluto and Uranus, and on its own, that would be, technically speaking, revolutionary, dramatic, but uplifting on its own. That happens every, let's say, I would have to check it, but 40, 60 years. It depends how fast is Pluto, and but we have this bisextile or double sextile in the same time, and this is very important because if anything important in astrology happens in this place, in the first degree of Aries. This is the world point. This is where everything begins. This is a trigger point for new constructs to be built. And whenever any planet in astrology crosses this point, it begins new journey around the horoscope and collects experiences for itself, and gives in the same manner experiences to all of us, to everything dead and living, because even building has horoscopes, and they live and die according to the horoscopes as well. They have this energy built into them, and the countries as well. So whenever a planet crosses this point, it starts a new cycle. And the last example of a big event happening when slow-moving planet Uranus entered the first degree of Aries, we had Fukushima. So we have totally different setup right now, but this is not only one planet that is actually playing the game with the first degree of Aries. That's Pluto and Saturn as well, in the more or less same time, and this construct is last year and next year as well. But everything that gets into the construct, whether it's a positive aspect or negative, and if there's no negative and positive aspects in astrology, there is harmonious and non-harmonious energy. Yeah, maybe back in the day astrologers would define aspects and as negative and positive, but if you know how to play with this non-harmonious energy, it's energy. So simply, if you get harmonious energy in your horoscope, it's like already being rich, and you have a rich dad, and dad gives you $50 million to start a first business. So this is harmonious energy. Or maybe your dad will give you 5,000 euros, but still that's or $5,000. It is still a harmonious energy. It's easy to take, and usually when we have lots of that type of energy in horoscope, we become lazy, and if there is no obstacles on your way, you do not get as much development as you would if you have lots of non-harmonious aspects in your horoscope. So the thing is that the setup on its own that we have in the sky is quite harmonious, but it does affect the first points of each and every zodiac sign. And temporarily, if more planets join this construct, we may get even 2 kite formations, or maybe even sometimes we had this year 3 kite formations in the same time. Massive amount of energy, because all of the slow moving planets are involved in this game, and then when faster moving planets join the game, that's even more energy. So that's why this 12th of August 2025 was, in my less than humble opinion, very, very important day for the whole planet. And we had this meeting, I think on the 15th, or maybe it was on the 12th of August, of Mr. Putin and Mr. Trump, where I would suppose loads of important decisions were made regarding the whole globe. I said before in my videos, I think that they simply at least try to agree how to divide the world between them, because from the geopolitical point of view, United States is losing the capitalism game, not only with China but with Asia in general, because we in the West simply got fast. We don't produce as much as they do. We are more expensive, we have more expectations, and they simply produce stuff better and cheaper. So usually when a falling empire loses to a new competitor, it ends up in a war. So we had, I think in history it's called Thucydides' trap, where empire, if wants to have any chance against the rising empire, goes to war. And I think that's gonna happen sooner or later in one or different form. But this meeting of Mr. Trump and Mr. Putin was about turning Russia against China, because this is the enemy of the United States. The United States, old empire, and China, rising empire. Old empire, but rising again, yes? So, because let's say together, United States, Russia, and maybe whole Europe would have both economic and military power to stop the growth of China. But then again, what was spoken at during this meeting, we will find out maybe never, or maybe in next 200 years. But that, from horoscope point of view, that was a very, very important timing. And the next important timings I said it in a couple of videos ago, is going to be January, February, April. That was the question from the economy. April 2026, and then maybe summer around the 27th of June, July, the 7th month, July 2026. How will it play out? Hopefully I will keep making videos about it. But what does the stock market crash? You sound good, okay. And I lost myself, and I don't remember what I wanted to say. Okay, I do know what I wanted to say. And because this construct is so massive and so full of energy, these are these planets. And a similar, I think that the conjunction of Saturn and Neptune in the first point of Aries happened like 4 or 6 or 7,000 years ago, a long time ago. Do you think that America will split up? I think that I made a video about United States, and the 20th of February might be quite interesting, the day for United States, from a very simple point of reason that it is very similar. Well, it's not very similar. It is a similar timing to civil war. So, yes, I would say it is possible. And this similar setup we had, as I said, 6 or 7,000 years ago. So it actually means that according to some of the books, this is where we had the big flood. But back then that was just Saturn and Neptune. And the changes that are coming to our dominion are going to be massive, in my less than humble opinion. They already are. Come on, when did we have such a big clash in Europe? That was the year 1945, the last days of Second World War. And World War III is already on. That's for last, I think it's on since 2008, from the Lehman Brothers and the economic crisis that we had. And how is it going to end? Yeah. Anyway, but going back to the subject, let me just, if you have questions apart from America that I did, what about Bitcoin? When you just wrote it, I've seen the symbol of Bitcoin just showing up. Ask me questions. Keep asking questions. Yeah. You ask me questions. Sometimes, stuff just pops up like this tram in Dublin. Bitcoin. Do I have any coins here? I had a coin somewhere. Just give me 1 second. I'll get a coin. I'll show you what I've seen. Having coins is not very popular these days, but anyways, that's a coin. And what I've seen, white background, and I've seen this coin with a symbol of Bitcoin here. It just flipped. Was it once or twice? 1 second. I think it flipped just once, just just like that. West Coast, where we have like 300 days of rain per day, per year. Yeah, it rains pretty damn badly all the time. Yeah, 300 days of year per year. Some say that there's going to be lots of water events associated with what we have in the sky right now, and that the region that I am in might be a bit, you know, more wet than it is right now. And where you're from, mate? So, Canada. I have an auntie in Canada, I was told. I've seen her maybe once. Canada is a big country, and but I did horoscope of Canada a number of times, but I'm not so convinced whether this horoscope of Canada is right. And but I don't know. We'll see how things are going to play out, because I did horoscope of Canada. At least I did it last year, as far as I remember. And now let's have a look at the horoscope of Canada right now. Oh, and we are actually going to have interesting stuff. It already happened probably yesterday or today. Saturn started moving forward, so it means that things are going, or might start moving forward. Anyway, Canada here. So let's have a look at the progressed horoscope of Canada first. So if you are Canadian, and if this horoscope that I'm not really convinced about is going to be April 2026. Come on. Was it you asking me about the economy? Yeah, stock market. That's April as well. So usually when a moon passes through, because this arrow here as an astrological phase, this is how others see you. So I can see loads of emotions associated with how people see Canada, and but in general maybe they are going to be positive if a balance is found between Canadian ego and the graceful way Canadians can communicate. So, but that would be one of the points. That would be spring 2026. And let's have a look at transit horoscope. Because you see, if you're a Canadian, in my less than humble opinion, United States simply they are looking to 1982 for the birthday of Canada. Also try April 17. We got a new constitution then. Okay, we can try that. Actually, whenever you have like an interesting date, do you have an hour with that date and place? What would it be? Ottawa, Canada, the capital of Canada. I don't know how to pronounce it. I know how to write it. Ottawa or Ottawa. So that's a progress horoscope. Come on, I want transits. I will have to do Canada 2026 again. Because as I said, every placement in a horoscope, if there is something at the beginning of or very end of a sign, and we do have here emotions of Canadians in the sector of communication, in the sign of communication, and the sector is ruled by the planet associated with communication. No time, I use Nun, Ottawa. Okay. What did I want to say about this bloody moon? So yeah, as I said, any placement that you would have at the very end of a sign, or at the beginning of the sign, is going to get somehow affected now or later by this big setup in the sky, by this 2 sextiles and 1 trine of these planets here. And as you can see, next in the queue is Mercury, that is in the roots of Canada, that is actually ruled by, oh come on, you have first house is ruled by Mars, second house in Canada is ruled by Taurus, third one by second one, well, I would use Aries Proserpina as the ruler of Taurus, yeah, so this one I would use. And third one is used by Mercury, like, come on, is the 12th one? Yeah. Anyway, so this Mercury, that is actually ruled by emotions, by Moon, is going to get affected soon by the opposition of Pluto in the 10th house, so career as such. Yeah, that's gonna be one of the interesting ones. And then it's gonna get affected by Uranus and Saturn later next year. I have to do Canada's horoscope again. Maybe I will wake up one day early in the morning and I will do it, but we'll see. I do not trust this very horoscope of Canada, but we'll see. And are you telling me that you're using the other one? And you see, with such a young horoscope as from 1982, it is hard, it is quite difficult to find past events that happened, to check whether is there anything interesting going to happen or not. I can show you, because I'm gonna shoot video about Argentina, yeah, sooner or later. And look at this, Uranus is going to attack, let's say it's going to affect both Sun and Imum Celi of not Canada, of Argentina, pretty damn soon. And when I just had a look at that, I thought, come on, 40 years ago, what happened 40 years ago? 40 years ago, Uranus was here. And this was the time when we had the Falkland War. So I assume that this line, because we have Sun so close to the roots of Canada, that this is a very, very important place in Argentinian horoscope. And we have this Uranus going to affect this place again. So I assume that there might be some very, very interesting events regarding Argentina quite very soon. I will try to check out in the history how planets played when they were actually affecting this place, because we had multiple passes of Jupiter, Saturn, and have we ever had Neptune passing through that point? Yes, we did once. I think Argentina was technically speaking born in 1810, so we had one pass of Neptune since then. So I assume a planet of revolution, a sudden change, is going to affect Argentina, and these events might be very interesting. And I had a thought like that, like precognition about that there might be a part 2 of this Falkland War regarding Canada, but we'll see. And I'm gonna do this horoscope in a couple of minutes when I'm done with this stream, probably. So this video should be available tomorrow, maybe the next day. So that's the big one regarding Argentina. And I think that I had, like, for Argentinians, I had like positive feeling regarding that there might, I don't know, maybe they will try to regain control over Malvinas, as they call Falkland Islands. And you see, I expect some sort of trouble in UK. So maybe that's going to be the time where where Argentinians take over that place. Anyway, do you have any other questions, my two viewers, that I can answer? And the third viewer that was supposed to send me a message to my email that I will check later. But yeah, I will try to give you a short answer if you send me all the information that I need. I don't see any emails. Do you know Uranian astrology, Hamburg school with the trans-Neptunian? Well, I do use trans-Neptunian, two of them. Well, Pluto I use, and Aries Proserpina that I would look at as the inversion of Venus in a way. So as Venus is the goddess of harmony, Aries Proserpina would be the goddess of discord. In a way, mixture between Pluto and Venus, let's say. So a female energy, slow moving energy, that is also the energy of crops and growing stuff. So that would be two of them. I know Make, I think that's the African god, that's another asteroid. And what else would be, and I'm using Ceres, but Ceres is like between, that's the old Marduk between Mars and Jupiter, this one, yeah. And I just Astrology Hamburg School. Hamburg School of Astrology, Wikipedia, teachings. You see, to be honest, the astrology that I am using is that's generational astrology, so I was a bit of my astrology knowledge comes from my family, yeah. But what I did in last, let's say, 5 years is my own experience. It is not described in any of the books, and I'm not sharing that yet. I am not sharing this information regarding my own research into the world of astrology. Maybe I will one day, but this is a bit different approach to the astrology, and I hope that I will write a book about it, and I hope that there will be readers and that someone will read this book. Okay, so my throat says that that should be enough for today. What's the weather in Canada, wherever you are? Do you have snow? We had snow here in Ireland like 12 years ago. Anyway, so if there is no more questions, and I will think about this on Bitcoin maybe at night if I have enough. Thanks, man. Yes, it's -10. I am in Ottawa. Is it Ottawa? Do you say Ottawa or Ottawa? Anyway, time to go home. Oh, and now I have 4 viewers, 3 new viewers, so I have to say something. And I'm tired and I want to go and finish off with the day, and I'm shooting video about Argentina. I am supposed to shoot it today. It's 4 in the morning. So, you all 4 viewers, everyone has one question. Come on, let's go. and you'll rewind my video and watch it from the beginning, yeah? Come on, ask me questions, ask me questions. 1, 2, 3. Oh shit, slow mode, yeah. Shit. I'm so sorry for using where is the slow mode? Yeah, I don't know how to turn it off. Yeah. Anyway, viewers, I'm giving you 3 minutes and I'll be gone. Oh, and I can send you hearts and stuff and everything, can I? No, I can't. Okay, lads, I'm going, and I have to do this Argentina as well because there's so many interesting stuff that is going to happen sooner or later. That rather sooner than later, and I had this feeling. I didn't check December yet, but I think that December is not going to be as intense as January and February. I'm just thinking and trying to catch it. What is going to happen in Canada in December? That's it for tonight. See you lads next time.